Good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman, and we are walking our way through the Bible, reading our way through Proverbs, digging in deep into the book of John, and as always, putting on the whole armor of God. And that was the tale of my buddy Tux. Hope everyone's having a great morning. I hope that you are looking forward to today. And it is going to be a beautiful day here in this San Jose neighborhood. It is Saturday, March 20th. It is 43 degrees here, so we're about 7 degrees cooler, 7 to 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. So let's see what we've got today. See if we got shout outs. Let's take a quick look. 2 happy birthday shout outs. Now, this first one, and I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name at all. Just like I wasn't sure on how to pronounce the name yesterday. Priska Gay or Ngay. And that she is a bookkeeper or accountant in Africa. And, just take a look at what this internet has done over the year. This was somebody that I've met through a group, and just a very, very nice person, and looking to serve God, and out there also at the same time during the pandemic out there looking for work, trying to do what's right. She's an accountant / bookkeeper. So Priska, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And then Leslie Appleton Young. Now, Leslie, I have known ever since I got into real estate, have known of her. She has been with California Association of Realtors. She has been a realtor for many, many years, and then just this year retired. She has done just about every job that you can have with the California Association of Realtors, and called it quits just a short while ago. So Leslie, wishing you all the best and the new life that you are creating. I just wish you all the best. Enjoy it. Enjoy it all. And if it's your birthday out there and I didn't happen to mention it, happy birthday to you. Enjoy this day. God bless you guys. All have a wonderful birthday. Let's take a quick look. I just want to remember these guys. And there was someone else that I meant to put in there that I haven't. Weldon Whitehurst. And I haven't seen the latest updates on Weldon. I am praying that everything is going well with him. Curtis, Rex, Danny, Red, and then I've got a couple of old friends that I have known since junior high that also need prayers, and I know that. And one of them is Shelly Elliott, and I've got to get in touch with Shelly and see how she's doing. I haven't seen her in several months now, and so I need to get back in touch with her. And then another person is an old friend of mine, Nancy Kerp, and I can't remember what Nancy's last name is now, but Nancy and Shelly, I'm praying for you too also, and just wish you both all the best. And I can tell you a little bit about both of them. Shelly had breast cancer, and from the chemo from her, I shouldn't say from the chemo because I'm not sure, but after all the work that she had done to eliminate the breast cancer, it affected her brain, and she was having a difficult time walking and now a difficult time talking. And so it's made it very, very tough for a little girl that was, she was like a spark plug. No matter what was going on, she was ready and running. And so it's a little bit different, but she has been a dear friend of mine for decades now. And then Nancy has gone into having kidney problems, and she needs to get a kidney transplant, and so far has not been able to get one and struggled with that. So you too, praying for you, and you are in my thoughts. I just want you to know that. Okay. Today we have got Book of Proverbs, chapter 20. It is Saturday, March 20th. Book of John, 1 through 39, 7, 1 through 39. And then, of course, as always, we need to put on the whole armor of God. I was talking with some friends of mine last night, and she goes, Charles, you know that you listen to Charles Stanley, and he puts on that whole armor of God before his feet hit the floor. She goes, that's the one thing that he does every day, put on that whole armor of God. And I got to tell you, I'm a little, I'm just worried about trying to get my socks on. But that is a good thing. That's a good thought. If my mind is bright and alert in the morning, putting on the whole armor of God would be the right thing to do. Let's see what we got here today. My affiliate brother, Mark, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. You're a good man, Mark. Frank, good evening to you, ma'am. Hope that you have had a wonderful day and now deep into the night. Good morning, all, and happy weekend. Absolutely. Frank, thank you. Yeah, we all need a good, happy weekend. And then good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful Saturday. Also, happy first day of spring starting at 2:37 p.m. Isn't that awesome? Springtime. Here we come. Here we come. And soon we'll have Arnie's flowers popping up. Soon. Have a great day. Have some family coming, so we'll catch the replay. God bless. Lona, you have a wonderful time with your family. Enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Absolutely. And then Scott Ricard, good morning. Good morning, Scott. Hope everything is nice and beautiful back in Florida. And then Mark is back in the Bronx. Back in the Bronx with that happy attitude. How did that happen? There's not supposed to be anyone friendly from the Bronx. But hey, we know that Mark is. We know that Mark is. All right, let's get right back into here. See if I can figure this thing out again. We're going to pop right over there. So Book of Proverbs, chapter 21 through 30 on this first day of spring. I'm hoping that my voice holds out, but it should. On life and conduct, chapter 20 in Proverbs. Wine is a mocker, strong drinker a brawler, and whoever is intoxicated by it is not wise. The terror of a king is like the growling of a lion. He who provokes him to anger forfeits his own life. Keeping away from strife is an honor for a man, but any fool will quarrel. The sluggard does not plow after the autumn, so he begs during the harvest and has nothing. A plan in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding draws it out. Many a man proclaims his own loyalty, but who can find a trustworthy man? A righteous man who walks in his integrity, how blessed are his sons after him. A king who sits on the throne of justice disperses all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart? I am pure of my sin. This is very important. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart? I am pure from sin. Differing weights and differing measures, both of them are abominable to the Lord. It is by his deeds that a lad distinguishes himself. It is if his conduct is pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made both of them. Do not love sleep, or you will become poor. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with food. Bad, bad, says the buyer, but when he goes away, then he boasts. There is gold and an abundance of jewels, but the lips of knowledge are a more precious thing. Take his garment when he becomes a surety for a stranger, and for foreigners hold him in pledge. Bread obtained by falsehood is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth will be filled with gravel. Prepare plans by consultation and make war by wise guidance. He who goes about as a slanderer reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with a gossip. He who curses his father or his mother, the lamp will go out in time of darkness. An inheritance gained hurriedly at the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will save you. Differing weights are an abomination to the Lord, and a false scale is not good. Man's steps are ordained by the Lord. How can man understand his way? It is a trap for a man to say rashly it is holy, after he vows to make inquiry. A wise king winnows the wicked and drives the threshing wheel over them. The spirit of the man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all the innermost parts of his being. Loyalty and truth preserve the king, and he upholds his throne by righteousness. The glory of young men is their strength, and the honor of old men is their gray hair. Stripes that wound scour away evil, and strokes reach the innermost parts. Some wise words here, but one of the things that I think that we have to take a look at, and one of the things that we have to be aware of completely, and I've talked about this before, differing weights and differing measures, both of them are abominable to the Lord. Differing weights are an abomination to the Lord, and a false scale is not good. That's one of the things that we have to deal with in our country. Justice and injustice, the weights of everything. And we have seen, and it doesn't matter which side of the political aisle that we're on, we have seen how people get treated differently. We have seen that if you are a political person, you are going to get treated differently than the person who is out on the street. If a person like you or I was to do some of the things that our political people have done, or high office members, they get a slap on the hand. We get a slap of the wrists and handcuffs and jail. This is something that God will deal with. This is something that, hey, we may not be able to do something in the end, but God will. God will see everything, and it doesn't matter whether it's a Republican doing something or whether it's a Democrat doing something. In the end, he will be judged. He or she will be judged by God, because God does not like those scales. Any person that is treated unjustly, and is treated unjustly by a judge or jury because they do not like this person, whether it's some type of hatred, whether it's some type of, I don't know what it is, but God will deal with those people that unjustly treat people. And that is something they will have to deal with. It will not be up to us. It can't be. Anybody that uses different weights and different measures to judge another will be dealt with. And I believe this is mentioned so many times in Proverbs because that's what we are expecting. That's what God is telling us. This will happen. And I think that is so important to realize that, hey, we may see injustice now, but God will deal with it. Eternity is how you'll have to deal with this, because God wants fairness, and he knows when it hasn't been. All right, we're going to turn over to chapter 7, and that is the differing weights and measures. That is one of the things that I believe is one of the biggest concerns of our society. And I believe that overall we are a fair people, but we have those that just aren't. And we need to make sure God has ordained our government. God has said we want this created. When our founders put together this government, they asked God to bless our country. And our country has done hugely. We have done very, very well. We are a young country. We are a young nation. When you take a look at what's happened over in Europe, when you take a look at what's been established in the Africa and the Middle East, those countries have been there for thousands of years. Now they've taken different shapes and forms, but our country is a relatively young country. And we've asked God to bless us, but now we are trying to kick God out of most places, almost every place. And God will deal with that. God will deal with the people that are doing the things and are pushing God away. Unfortunately, I believe our country will pay for it. Our country is probably paying for it right now. Gloria, good morning. Glad that you're here. Glad to see that smiling face, Gloria. Wish you just a wonderful day. Let's move into chapter 7. Chapter 7 of John, and we are going to go 1 through 39. I'm going to hit back a couple of verses from chapter 6. Jesus answered them, "Did I myself not choose you, the 12, and yet one of you is a devil?" Now he meant Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. For he, one of the 12, was going to betray him. Jesus teaches at the feast. After these things, Jesus was walking in Galilee, for he was unwilling to walk in Judea because the Jews were seeking to kill him. Now the feast of the Jews, the feast of Booths, was near. Therefore his brothers said to him, "Leave here and go into Judea, so that your disciples also may see your works, which you are doing. For no one does anything in secret when he himself seeks to be known publicly. If you do these things, you show yourself to the world." For not even his brothers were believing in him. So Jesus said to them, "My time is not yet here, but your time is always opportune. The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify of it, that its deeds are evil. Go up to the feast yourself. I do not go up to the feast because my time has not yet fully come. Having said these things to them, he stayed in Galilee. But when his brothers had gone up to the feast, then he himself also went up, not publicly, but as if in secret. So the Jews were seeking him at the feast and were saying, "Where is he?" There was much grumbling among the crowds concerning him. Some were saying, "He is a good man." Others were saying, "No, on the contrary, he leads people astray." Yet no one was speaking openly of him for fear of the Jews. But it was now the midst of the feast, Jesus went up into the temple and began to teach. The Jews there were astonished, saying, "How has this man become learned, having never been educated?" So Jesus answered them and said, "My teaching is not mine, but his who sent me. If anyone is willing to do his will, he will know of the teaching, whether it is of God or whether I speak from myself. He who speaks from himself seeks his own glory, but he who is seeking glory of the one who sent him, he is true, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Did not Moses give you the law? And yet none of you carries out the law. Why do you seek to kill me? Why do you seek to kill me?" The crowd answered, "You have a demon. Who seeks to kill you?" Jesus answered them, "I did one deed, and you all marvel. For this reason, Moses has given you circumcision, not because it is from Moses, but from the fathers, and on the Sabbath you circumcise a man. If a man receives circumcision on the Sabbath, so that the law of Moses will not be broken, are you angry with me because I made an entire man well on the Sabbath? Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment." So some of the people of Jerusalem were saying, "Is this not the man whom they are seeking to kill? Look, he is speaking publicly, and they are saying nothing to him." The rulers do not really know what this Christ. The rulers do not really know that this is Christ, do they? However, we know where this man is from, but whenever the Christ may come, no one knows where he is from. Then Jesus cried out in the temple, teaching and saying, "You both know me and know where I am from. I have not come of myself, but he who sent me is true, whom you do not know. And I know him because I am from him, and he sent me." So they were seeking to seize him, and no man laid his hand on him because his hour had not yet come. But many of the crowd believed in him, and they were saying, "When the Christ comes, he will not perform more signs than those which this man has, will he?" The Pharisees heard the crowd muttering these things about him, and the chief priests and the Pharisees sent officers to seize him. Therefore Jesus said, "For a little while longer I am with you, and then I go to him who sent me. You will seek me and will not find me, and where I am you cannot come." The Jews then said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we will not find him? He is not intending to go to the dispersion among the Greeks and teach the Greeks, is he? What is this statement that he said, 'You will seek me and will not find me, where I am you cannot come'?" Now on the last day, the great day of the feast, Jesus stood and cried out, saying, "If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. He who believes in me, as the scripture said, From his innermost being will flow rivers of the living water. But this he spoke of the Spirit, with whom those who believed in him were to receive, for the Spirit was not yet given, because Jesus was not yet glorified. I don't know about you, but just reading and thinking about Jesus, they're telling people you do not understand. You do not know God. You do not know where I'm from. Even though most of the people there knew, hey, this is the son of Joseph and Mary. Of course we know where he's from. But they did not know the whole story. They knew that Jesus was doing things that if the Christ was to come, not believing that he was Christ, if the Christ was to come, that Christ would not be able to do more things than this man standing in front of him. And here he is. And he lets them know plainly, he lets everyone know, you do circumcisions on the Sabbath to fulfill the law of Moses. But I heal a whole man. I make a man well, and you want to put me to death for it. Who's wrong? Well, the next few days and the next weeks, we're going to learn exactly what's happening. We are going to see and we are going to read exactly what goes on with Jesus' life from this time forward, from this time to the crucifixion and the rising, for that rebirth. And it's just something to think about. What was going on in the minds of those people? They were certainly confused. What are we to believe? Well, those that believed in him know that they would spend eternity with him. And those that didn't just feared him. Those that feared him feared the loss of power. Feared the loss of power on earth. And didn't know of what was to come in the future. I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. I look forward to a wonderful day today for all of you. And I just want to thank you for being here. It's early on a Saturday morning, and I appreciate it. So go out, have a great day. If you have an opportunity to share with somebody, take advantage of it. If you have the opportunity to spend some time with family and friends, just love on them and be happy and be joyful. If you got a chance to help somebody in need, give them a hand. Have an awesome day. If you'd like to share this out, please do. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless each one of you. Have a great day and look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our walk through the Bible, as we continue reading through Proverbs and digging in deep to John. Take care. God bless. Bye.